Happy Saturday! Just a few more days until Christmas. We will be here Christmas Eve beginning at 9 a.m. and we will be here Christmas Day 9 a.m. and we will be here New Year's Eve and New Year's Day 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hi everyone, welcome. It's Positively Spiritual. My name is Shannon. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Welcome. If you guys are looking for healing, hope, help, restoration, then I hope you guys will stay here and chat with us for a bit, as you are welcome here. This is a place where we dig into the heart of the matter. We look at narcissism, trauma, bad behavior, eating habits, addictions. We look at it all from the perspective of non-denominational biblical insight, as well as psychological insight and scientific insight from the perspective of even quantum science. So yeah, you're here, you're welcome. Share your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions in the comment section, in the chat section, or you are welcome to email me at shannongilmour, GILMOUR, at protonmail.com. My email is provided for you in the description of this video channel, so take advantage of it. There's important links in the description of this video and in the description of this video channel. Take advantage, look around, as I am an author and a peer support mentor. I've been mentoring people. Yes, I have training on how to communicate, how to listen, how to help. I've had my training in suicide outreach. I've had my training in SA. Yes. And I started this when I was 16 years old. Oh my gosh, that's a long time ago. I'm 52 now. And I love what I do, as I've also, just used my spirituality to help you guys. You guys need prayer, you've got it. Working with me, when we go deep into the heart of the matter, I do pray for you guys. I do. You ask prayer, you've got it. And prayer is supposed to be short and sweet, direct and to the point. I don't ramble and make it a big fuss. It's not meant to be, because I'm not putting doubt into this. It's straight, direct, to the point. God help, Jesus intervene. And what I share with you is to comfort you, to help you align your heart and mind to God, so you can go to Him and trust. But there are times where we're called to pray for each other privately, and if you ask for prayer, I will do that. I will pray for you privately, and if you and I are in communication, then I will send to you what God has shared with me in private. And sometimes that's enough to get your attention, to see that God is in the details of your life. And I have done this, and I'm not bragging, but I have used this method to help people from the depression that leads to unaliving themselves. Hi Zabe, nice to see you. So I'm not asking you to take a chance on me. I'm just asking you to take a chance on yourself. Stay with this video channel. Watch us and see what we're all about, because we are a lovely bunch. We don't let the meaners in our crowd. So we are here helping you. We pray for you. We talk with you. We mentor you. We share our own testimonies. We share our sadness, our joys, our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities, as we also share our strengths on this channel. So we're family. So welcome to the family. We're here to help you. So God bless you. Now, with that said, hi. Ooh, there's a growing crowd in here. Welcome. Happy Saturday. We're here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 10 o'clock in the evening. So if you have to, dart and dash for whatever reason this afternoon, you're welcome to show up and visit with us again at 10 p.m. this evening, every evening. Tomorrow, we're not here at 1 o'clock, though. Tomorrow is Sunday, and we will be here at 2 p.m. Eastern for Bible study. So you're welcome to hang with us, too, if you got the time. So what's really going on with the narcissist? Wouldn't you like to know? We all want to know. We have dissected the narcissist 7 ways to Sunday, and still many of us ask the question, do they have empathy or not? Like, really, what's the deal? What's the deal? I'm so confused with this. Yeah, well, the narcissist doesn't have empathy, and I've discovered a new label, a new scientific psychological term, and we're going to discuss that here in this video. Alexithymia. Alexi. I was like, oh, alexithymia. Oh, that sounds like Alexi or Alexi, however you say that. You know, that little bot that, can you tell me what the weather is outside? The weather is blustery and gloomy outside with a chance of showers, or however Alexi sounds. I don't know. I don't own one of those things. I don't even use my Siri. So, but anyways, so that's what caught my attention, and I'm like, what is that? So I Googled it, and yeah, it's pretty eye-opening. So have you ever heard or ever tried to reason with a narcissist? Trying to pour your heart out in order to get them to see reason, and it just brings you to frustration. You're being sincere with the narcissist, and they can't even lend you any sincerity back. Like, what the heck? Have you ever heard that the narcissist has a lack of empathy? Yeah, this is what it looks like. But yet we're still in denial. Why? Why are we in denial? Because they walk and talk like us. And, you know, there's the saying, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, chances are it's a duck. Well, just because a human walks and talks like a human doesn't mean that they're human. I mean, we're negating the one thing that the one criteria that makes us human, empathy, as we lend ourselves to other individuals. So when you've given yourself to the narcissist and you're sincere with them, you're trying to reason with them, you're trying to get them to see your perspective, and it's just not working, and you're frustrated as heck, and your feelings are dismissed, well, instead of addressing your emotions, the narcissist fixates on some insignificant detail about you and talks about that, making it painfully clear that they just don't give a shit talking mushroom about you. Why? What game are they playing? Why is it that the narcissist seems so indifferent to you and your feelings? Like, why? And here's the deal, when you're triggered, when you're at your wit's end, you're visibly upset and on the verge of breaking, oh, they light up, don't they? They wear this Cheshire grin and their eyes get that little sparkle. Oh yeah, they smirk, they crack a smile, and they may even laugh, only to intensify your frustration. How can they be so damn insensitive? Well, one possible explanation is that the narcissist might suffer from alexithymia. It's a condition where someone struggles to recognize and process emotions, both in themselves and others. Now, this is not a new term. Alexithymia, alexithymia is used to describe individuals who are unable to identify or articulate emotions. For some, like the narcissist, this means they aren't just indifferent to your feelings. They're unable to connect with them on a meaningful level. And while this might frustrate the heck out of you, it doesn't bother them because they've spent their lives denying their own emotions. Now, it's widely understood that narcissists lack empathy. We just have to come to the realization of this. We have to come to the truth. We have to stop denying this. Because denying the narcissist and trying to believe that they are capable of empathy is only fueling our pain and our hurt. We can't be in denial of this anymore. Now, the narcissist, they truly lack empathy. But are they truly suffering because of it? I don't think so. I really don't think so, because you cannot miss what you've never known. But from our perspective of empathy, oh, hell yeah. Because for most of us, empathy is essential to emotional well-being. Studies show, like scientific studies show, that narcissists do not have empathy. It's not in them to give, and they can mimic empathy, but to actually feel and sit in an emotional connection with someone that has the narcissist, offer compassion and sincerity for another individual who is hurting, well, there's no empathy for them, or there's no empathy in them for them to give to any individual. Why? Why? Well, we've looked at the reasons why on this video channel already, but it could be that they do suffer, and they suffer from Alexithymia. It's the inability to identify emotions. Now, how can one offer empathy if they cannot identify someone's emotions? Just think about that for a minute. You have to feel, oh, that person over there, they're crying, they feel sad, and then your compassion kicks in because you're like, what's wrong? Maybe I should go over there and comfort them, because I know what it's like to not be comforted in my sadness. And if I was in their shoes, I would want somebody to come over and just say, hey, it's going to be okay. Is there anything I can do for you? You need to identify with someone's feelings in order to give them empathy, right? Right? I know my hair looks freaking weird today. It always, never mind. It just looks better in the mirror, and when I get on camera, it's just like poof, 80s hairstyle. So I'm just pretending I'm in a rock band, okay? An air guitar, air rock band, and I'm rocking it out, you know? Yeah. I feel my head bobble every time I move. Whatever. I know you're looking at this big top of my head right here, because I am. It's just like, wow. Wow. Big hair. Oh, well. It is what it is. I don't care. It's just distracting a little bit for me anyway. So, but anyways, we'll just ignore my hair, okay? Just ignore. Anyways, moving on. Empathy allows us to connect with our emotions, even those difficult ones. And empathy motivates us to change, to grow. When we feel bad, we nurture ourselves. We take responsibility and make adjustments, not by manipulating other people, but by addressing what's happening inside of us. But for narcissists, well, that's just a different story. If they have Alexithymia, and they do, well, they might feel emotions like pain or frustration, maybe even happiness. But they can't properly label or process them. They can't articulate them into words. They may experience these feelings as a state of being rather than something that they can consciously name or address. And that's what I believe. I believe that the narcissist is solidified in their ego. See, with us, we have the ego and we have the light inside of us. We still have the duality. They don't have the duality in them anymore. They have the memory of duality, so they can tap into the memory of being truthful or being kind and nice, but the motive of where they're coming from is the state of being of apathy, the state of being of those egoic emotions that lack any kindness and self-awareness and self-control and love and kindness for oneself or anybody else. See, when we feel bad, we nurture ourselves. Hi, Sophia. How you doing? Blessings to you. Come on in. We nurture ourselves. And we take responsibility. And we make adjustments. But that's everything that the narcissist does not do. They don't nurture themselves. They can't. They can't take responsibility. They won't. And they don't make adjustments because they can't. Those who can, do. Those who can't, don't. The narcissist, they may experience feelings as a state of being rather than something that they can consciously name or address. And this disconnect leads them to dismiss their emotions, and they dismiss yours, and then they end up projecting their emotions onto you. Hi, Yon of God, how you doing? Oh, whatever. I can pronounce it however I want. I'm allowing myself to say it in a way where I don't mess it up. You really want to see this girl tongue-tied? Let's go. I can win a tongue-tied battle with you. You want to do this? You really want to argue on how I say Alexithymia? Alexithymia? You really want to? Yeah, let's go. Hi, Janet. How you doing? Welcome. Come on in. You know, I'm not dismissing the fact that you can say this big word better than I can. If you can, go for it. I'm not here for, a competition. If I mess it up, I mess it up. I really don't care how I sound. All that matters is you guys know the spelling and you guys know the definition. So, Yana of God, let's do this. Let's have a tongue twister battle. She sells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Red leather, yellow leather. Without the ability to identify their feelings, the narcissists are essentially numb. Hi, Starlight. Nice to see you. Come on in. They're numb to their own emotions, and they don't acknowledge love. They don't acknowledge empathy or connection because they lack the capacity of emotional attachment to others. Instead of confronting their pain, they push it aside, numbing themselves to avoid dealing with it altogether. With the sympathy topic you were talking about, I agree. I am currently dealing with a narcissist friend who deeply hurt me. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, Janet. Well, welcome. It's not uncommon for, us to attach to people, and when we get too close, they detach. They never get into a relationship with us for the long haul. But see, that's the thing, we do. And I just want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you. You just put your trust in the wrong person. And so when you begin to heal, you'll begin to appreciate that friendship for what it was. You were not in that friendship for that person. They were in a friendship with you for you to help you see how you can become a friend, a dear, dear, dear friend, a best friend to you. When I tried to understand her perspectives, instead she is sending our other friend to create arguments and gossip. Don't give it to them. That mutual friend is a flying monkey. Yeah, narcissists are not friends, Starlight. You're right. They're enemies. You're right. And so with the narcissist, instead of confronting their pain, maybe they feel hurt by with what you said or did or whatever. They're cowards because they can't confront you and they can't confront themselves, and so they run away from, they have avoidant behavior. They run away from their pain and they push the pain aside, numbing themselves with alcohol and drugs and porn and sex and whatever, gambling, whatever it is, and they make excuses for it. They try to justify their behavior with their bad behavior. Hey, Cats 420, how you doing? Happy solstice, everyone. Wow. Is it that time of year already? Oh, the days are going to start getting shorter or longer? Longer. Or short? No, shorter. I don't know. I the time change has me all mixed up. I can't tell anymore. I just stopped being bothered. Oh my gosh. I get so, because I don't you know, I don't recognize the world holidays anymore, so it's one day to the next, and it's just like, wow, where's the time go? We're at Christmas already? Wow. So Janet asks, have you ever cut off friendships due to them being so controlling and narcissistic? If so, do you recommend just blocking them? Absolutely. Today is the longest day in the US. Where are you? I'm in Canada. So I'm bordering New York. So they get longer now, the more we know. Thank you, Yon of God. Yeah, block them. It's difficult to do, and you're going to feel the loss. You're going to feel, because it's a change in your lifestyle. You've included your friends in your life for so long, and now you have to be without them. Yeah, it's difficult going it alone without them, but you're going to learn that you're your own best friend. You take you wherever you go, and when you start healing from that, when you start being the best friend to you that you possibly can be, that's when you start attracting real, authentic people who really value you and value what you contribute to their lives in the world. So, today is the shortest day of the year in the U.S., Zabe says. Oh. See, we got conflict already in this channel. You know what? I'm going to say we make this day the longest or shortest day. We make every day the longest or shortest day that we want to by our awareness. It's all about the Zen, guys. It's all about the Zen. Really, it is. So when the narcissists, when they smirk at your distress or laugh at your frustration, it is insensitive, isn't it? Because that's what insensitivity looks like. It is also a reflection of their inner emotional void. They cannot relate to your pain, and your pain seems funny to them because they are disconnected from their feelings and yours. One needs to have empathy for a heart-to-heart connection. For that heart-to-heart connection to be made, you got to express those emotions. You got to reflect on them. You got to see them. You got to acknowledge them. You got to name them. And the narcissists, they just don't understand because they can't. It's the same reason why we laugh at those funny videos. It's because we are disconnected from their pain. It may look funny as the person careens down a snowy hillside as they lose their toboggan underneath them, and then they're screaming in fear as they, hit a jump and make some good air as their limbs start sprawling all over out from them. And then when they land, there's some funny, sound bite that goes along with their fall, and we're just laughing our heads off. We're not looking at their pain because we cannot identify what they might be feeling. We can if we lend ourselves to empathy, but this funny video has given us permission to disconnect ourselves with their pain. So we're not watching this fail to identify with their pain. We are watching a funny video because, again, we've been given permission to step aside our empathy, to laugh at the appearance and not lend ourselves to any emotional effect whatsoever. This is the closest we can ever get to understanding the narcissist. And that is why they laugh at us. This is why they take pleasure in our pain. It is entertaining for them because they are that detached from their emotions and ours permanently. They say that today is the first day of winter. You're in California? Nice, Abe. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. You guys know the song. Stopped into a church, I passed along the way. You know that preacher likes the cold. Sorry. Yeah. It's all about the Zen. Really, it's all about the Zen. Okay, let's get back to the video. Narcissists are often thought to suffer from emotional dysregulation as a defense mechanism, a pattern that can be traced back to unmet needs in childhood. Much like children who struggle with identifying and articulating their emotions. Narcissists lack the ability to properly process and soothe their feelings, but why does this happen? So, okay. All they do is disappear. Oh, disappoint and frustrate. Yeah. Do you believe narcissists carry demons? Asked Janet. Yes, I do. And this is why it's hard for them to overcome their pride and jealousy. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have snow where you are yet, Sophia? We had snow yesterday. Yeah, Janet, the narcissist, they carry demons, and if they're not demonically possessed, they definitely carry demon attachments because demons are fear. They spread fear because they're rooted in fear. And the narcissist is a fearful person. As they spread fear, they control us by using fear. So yeah, the demons are like, hello, you're speaking my language. So when you can understand that fear is all the narcissist knows, you can understand that the familiar spirit or the familiar characteristic of a demon is fear. And when you root yourself in love and patience, kindness, self-control, you have nothing to fear. That's what protects you, is the love that you carry. So let's just go back to the household that the narcissist was raised in. Excuse me. In nurturing households, a parent plays a vital role in helping a child identify and regulate their emotions. For an instance, when an infant, a little baby, is startled, you know how they startle and their hands just go away from their body as to balance themselves? Well, when you see that, you might pick them up and say, oh, did I scare you? Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. And you hold them close to make them feel safe, and you rock them and you say, you're safe now. This simple gesture and act of naming and soothing the infant as you call out what they might be feeling, as you use your empathy to help bring out help to bring out the identification of these feelings in this infant. you're helping them feel understood and you're helping them feel secure. So cold warning, minus 20 degrees with the wind chill. Still never get used to it. Hate the cold. I used to live in Saskatchewan. We had minus 30 and minus 40 below. So here, when you guys are saying minus 20, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't feel like minus 20. It feels like minus 10 maybe. So, but yeah, the wind, when that wind is blowing, yeah, it's cold. But yeah, I hate the cold too. That's why I moved. I'm originally from Alberta, and I'm not doing Alberta or Saskatchewan winters anymore. Out here it's nice. I'd love to go to Australia, but Australia is a mess and too expensive, so. Narcissists are everywhere. Hello, American. How you doing? Welcome. Come on in. Yeah, F that. I hear you, Starlight. So, it's through the interactions that a parent has with their child, children learn to identify their emotions and develop the tools to self-regulate. Over time, this builds a foundation of emotional intelligence and resilience. So what happens when emotional needs are neglected? Well, unfortunately, not all children grow up in nurturing environments. When a child's emotions are ignored, dismissed, invalidated, they are left to navigate their feelings alone. And without guidance, they may learn to suppress or ignore their emotions altogether because they just don't know what to do otherwise. Excuse me. And so when you suppress and ignore your feelings, as this child grows, they still are going to experience their emotions, but they lack the inability to properly identify and articulate or regulate them. They feel these emotions intensely, but they cannot connect with them in a way that allows them for a resolution or healing. And if the child was not shown how to soothe their feelings in infancy, well, they're not taught how to self-empathize with them either. They cannot identify these feelings, so they can't self-soothe because there's no empathy there. They can't self-empathize, and if they can't self-empathize, they cannot empathize with you. Just an FYI, minus 40 degrees Celsius is when hydraulics start freezing. Yeah, so don't expect, the snow plows to come out and clear the snow in that weather. You're kind of isolated and left on your own if you're living in the country. For narcissists, the inability to process emotions manifests also in adulthood as a defense mechanism. They're hypervigilant to their survival needs. They're stuck in survival mode, fight or flight. They live in this state of emotional reactivity where feelings are experienced but not understood. They may feel anger, they may feel sadness and fear, but because they cannot name or identify these emotions, they cannot soothe themselves or regulate their responses. So this is where you come in. You automatically soothe them by you giving them the time of day, by you paying attention to them, says that they're going to be all right, that they're good peoples, that they're human. They're not so bad after all. Instead of addressing their inner turmoil, narcissists often deflect, project, and manipulate others as a way to stabilize their emotions externally. This creates a cycle of emotional dysregulation that perpetuates their inability to form healthy relationships. So here's a deeper understanding. Understanding the roots of narcissistic emotional dysregulation allows us to see that their behaviors stem from a deep-seated inability to connect with their own emotions. While this doesn't excuse their harmful actions and behavior, it offers insight into the complexity of their emotional struggles and the impact of unmet childhood needs. This is helpful for us to know so we're not living in denial. But the narcissist loves me, right? The narcissist is pining for me even though they're gone, no contact with me, right? The narcissist isn't treating their new supply like they treated me. They treated me the best because they loved me, right? We got to stop living in denial. Denial is not going to help you heal. Now, it's my personal belief that when we truly understand that a narcissist is incapable of developing, I'm sorry, I'm tired of looking at the bauble on my head. When the narcissist, now I lost my spot. Okay. It's my personal belief that when we truly understand that a narcissist is incapable of developing empathy, it shifts our perspective. So when we really understand that they are incapable of developing empathy, and we have science to show this, there's brain scans to show this scientific realization that when a narcissist is shown things that should evoke empathy in their brain, it's not there. There's no firing. There's no wiring. And in fact, science, the brain scans and these scientific distinctions show that the brain, the gray matter is missing. Where empathy is, there's missing brain matter. I personally need proof, and this is the proof that I need. I personally used the narcissist and tried to understand why they're acting the way that they do so I could understand the reasons why I act the way that I do and why I act towards the narcissist as I did, because I realized I'm approaching them as them being human, them being just like me, but they're different. They're different. They fried their brains with their own dopamine addiction. Yeah, well said, Rez. I'm going to call you Rez. Thanks, Rez. Hi, welcome. Come on in. And that's nice to see you. So, yeah, that they do. Starlight. Yeah. Okay, thanks for that breakdown. The reason for Alexithymia, as Yon of God wants us to pronounce it, is because A equals without, Lexi equals words, thymia equals mind. So if you did not know this, of course you would answer defensively. Oh, my empathy is off the charts, baby. Oh, yeah? Okay, thank you. Wow. Wow. Do you feel better? Do you feel better about yourself now? Yeah? Good. I'm glad. Because my empathy empathizes with you, and I totally want you to feel better. And if that's what you have to do to get yourself through the day, golf clap. It is brainless, heartless human alligators. I like that. So, unlike the narcissist, we are all still capable of healing. We don't have to suppress our emotions or ignore the parts of ourselves that need care and attention. So why not give ourselves the chance to explore our immense capacity for healing? Instead of following the narcissist's lead by ignoring ourselves, that's what they teach us to do. They teach us to ignore ourselves. And they teach us that our emotions don't matter. But we can choose a different path as we should. We can embrace our feelings. We can nurture our wounds and rebuild from a place of self-awareness and compassion. This journey it's not just about recovery. It's about rediscovering the strength and beauty that we have always been given. Like, we've been given a gift of empathy. And the narcissist cannot see our empathy because they cannot see their emotions. And so with this lack of awareness, this lack of detail, they're apathetic to themselves. Oh, there's a big word. Sorry, not going to play into it. I'm better than that. I'll just say red leather, yellow leather. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. All right. So now that you guys know the term Alexithymia, however you want to say it, and as Jan of God was so politely arrogant to share with us, to call me out on my lack of knowledge, Alexithymia is A equals without. Lexi or lexi equals words. Thymia equals mind. So, yeah, so thank you. No offense taken. You got my back. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. So now that we understand what's going on, as there is a psychological scientific term for them not giving a damn. They're detached from their emotions. They've dismissed themselves from ever caring and giving a flying rip to our feelings, what we feel, what we say, what we think. Doesn't matter, as they objectify us. And why do they objectify us? Because they dehumanize us, because it takes a person who is de-evolved or dehumanized themselves. You can't see, that's the thing. We're scratching our heads asking, what's the dealio? What's going on? Like, what? Because we can't recognize that they're dehumanizing us. Because we're not dehuman. We haven't dehumanized ourselves. We don't go around dehumanizing other people, so we can't recognize it. You can't know what you can't know. You don't know what you don't know, and you can't see what you can't see. And the narcissist, for whatever reason, long ago, there's some things that we will just never know because we weren't there. We weren't being raised with the narcissist, even in the same freaking household with our siblings, and our siblings turns out to be the narcissist. We may have observed what they went through, but we don't know the motives of the parents, the motives of our siblings, why they were disciplined, why they weren't disciplined. We don't know because we were not there in their shoes, living out their situation. So there's some things that we can just never know. And we have to be okay with that. But what we do know, we have a really good idea of why the narcissist is who they are and why they do what they do. And we can understand from a place of just sidestepping our empathy for a little bit and saying, what would it be like to be in the narcissist's shoes if I didn't have empathy? Well, empathy is the line in the sand. Empathy is that invisible barrier that prevents us from going the distance and slipping down that slippery slope into the highway of hell, of where no holds barred. Just think about it. You're in the narcissist mind, and that mind has no rule. There's no governing rule that says take care of your brother and sister. You are your brother and sister's keeper. The narcissist rule is every man for himself, sink or swim, and I'm going to swim. In fact, no, I'm going to stay on this boat, and I'm going to have people fix the boat for me. And if they die, if they drowned while fixing the boat, too bad, so sad. They had a choice. They could have left the boat long ago. They didn't have to, adhere to my rule. They didn't have to obey my fear. They could have made a choice to, step aside their fear. I didn't, I didn't cause them to fear me. I just laid some ground rules. And I don't care if I forced them to do what I said. They still had a choice. Not my problem. It's not my problem that they drowned. That's the mind of a narcissist. Pretty sick. Yeah, they can't tolerate logic. That's true, Rez. Absolutely. Enjoy your coffee, Skylar. So I hope you guys see this from this channel and other channels and other writings and your own investigative work into narcissism. I hope you see. If you don't understand the narcissist, this is the one thing that needs to be understood, as this will help everything else make sense. They lack empathy. They don't have it. They can't get it. They will never see it. They will never value it, because they can't value what is not there in them to value. They don't value themselves, and that's why they don't value anybody else. There is no empathy. Yeah, the Lord calls us to be kind, not nice. Yeah, we're allowed to stand up for ourselves. And we have to stand up against the ones who try to take away our courage. We have to stand up against the narcissist is weak. They are really weak. And they lead us to believe that they are strong because it's the strong or the loudest voice that is the strongest. No, but that's what we're led to believe. I'm going to hit you if you don't do that. Okay, well, hit me then. Because we fear pain. That's why we acquiesce to the narcissist, because we fear pain. But when you stand up to pain, you understand through the cross of Christ that pain is not lifelong. Pain is actually fleeting. Because when you turn to joy, the joy of the Lord is your strength. When you look at the pain and you address it with a non-judgment, and that's when it loses all its power. When you stand up to the narcissist with your healthy boundaries and say, no, I said what I said, and I mean what I said, and I'm not changing my opinion. You're not fearing the narcissist anymore when you stand in your own integrity. You can go to your flying monkeys and tell them what I said. I don't care. You can go and tell my friends who you think I am. I don't care. I'd be saying this to my friends too. In fact, I have said it. So you're not, you're not wounding me because what I'm saying to you may be something new to you, narcissist, but it's not something that I haven't said to other people before. My people know that I stand in integrity. My people know that I stand my ground. My people know that I don't take any bullshit. That's who I hang around with. So good luck trying to make them your flying monkey. Good luck. Good luck with that. Go for it. Rez says, I've been through many of them. They are all the same, just different skin suit. Exactly. Some are just prettier than others and more handsome than others, right? Yeah. Janet says, many act as if they are under possession. They hate the truth. They hate God. That was the biggest eye opener for me. Yeah, Rez says they all stole my Bibles. Really? Wow. Starlight says, fear and hate and shame. That is all that drives them. Yeah, like you guys know it. So, what are we going to do when we meet another narcissist? Sorry, you don't know me well enough to give me that kind of compliment. So I can't accept that compliment. Run. Exactly. But when the narcissist starts love bombing you by saying, oh, you're so skilled, you're the best person for the job, you're not like anybody else I've ever met, that's when you say, sorry, you don't know me well enough to give me that kind of compliment, so I can't accept that compliment. That'll take them back, but that's showing them healthy boundaries, that you won't accept compliments right away. You want them to get to know you first. So you will see them run from you. It's now they move. You are immovable. You don't need to move from your position. They have to move. They now have to run. Let them run. Point to the sky behind them, and when they look, they run. I like that. Yeah. That's funny. But it's just like, they can't cause you any pain when you know who they are. Oh, it's not a joke, people. Yeah, I know it's not a joke. You know, they're the ones always causing pain. And when you stand in your confidence, when you stand in knowing who you are, and you know how to address their pain correctly, they can't hurt you. So why do you need to run? Why? I know you're serious. And, you know, you can run if you want to, but sometimes there's no place to run. Sometimes you just have to stand your ground. Dig your heels in and say, no, I said what I said, and I'm not backing down. Your opinion is your opinion, and my opinion is my opinion, and I'm not moving on that, because opinions are neither right nor wrong. And, you know, it should feel good standing up for yourself. And that's why I say sometimes you don't need to run, or sometimes you shouldn't run, because you need the practice to stand up for yourself. It should never feel good standing up to the narcissist and saying, yeah, I gave it back to them, that freaking jerk. No, that's not why we stand up to the narcissist. It's important for you to stand up for yourself and gain confidence and feel that sense of pride that you can do this. You can stand up to anybody who is bold enough to stand up against you. You can stand your ground. And that's why we do it. And that's why it feels so good. So please don't be empowered by you standing up for to the narcissist. Be empowered that you stood up for yourself. No is my favorite word. Exactly. Get good at saying no. Oh, I just want to ask something. No. But you haven't even heard. No. But you're not even letting. No. But no. I said no. What part of no do you not understand? I said no. Niet. No. Negatory. Negative. No way. Not in your lifetime. Not in my lifetime. No means no. See, that's the thing. Narcissists do not like the word no. And no brings out the demon. Black eyes for real. Yeah. No moi. Moi. No moi. Nimoy. Nimoy. Like that. So they're not listening. Exactly. Because they don't listen to the word no. And when they don't listen to the word no, it's because they are trying to gain dominance. Not just control, dominance. They RAPE us of our emotional nature. And they will physically RAPE us too, if and when they can get away with it. Because the word no, they don't hear. They do hear the word no. And no is a trigger word for them. So when you're saying no to a narcissist, don't be standing right beside them. Make sure you have something in between the two of you. A chair, a table, the door, a window. You know, you're on the outside of the window, they're standing inside talking to you through the window. Can you come in here for a second? I want to tell you something. No, you can tell me here. No, I want you to come inside. They want you to come inside so that if you stand against them, they can hurt you and they can emotionally take you down to size without having an audience and having somebody possibly come to your rescue. Why bother even speaking to them? Yeah. Oh, is it oh hi? Oh he, oh hi in Greek? Wow. I like that. Sometimes you have to deal with the narcissist in the work environment, in your family, your spouse, your children. That's why I say run. Oh, he? Okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, it's... Sometimes you can't get around running. Sometimes you can't get away from it. They are walking time bombs. Yeah, they are. The only thing that I think we need to really understand is that they have no empathy. And when you can understand that, you can understand the reasons behind every single thing the narcissist does. Because even with a no, when someone says no to you, it may slap you back a little bit, but it's a boundary that you respect. It's a sign of respect when you adhere to somebody's no. You're like, okay. Because you're empathizing that maybe they don't want a piece of chocolate cake. Maybe they don't want to go play at the park. Maybe they don't want to, have a business with you. Maybe they don't want to, partnership with you in a school project or a work-related environment. Maybe they prefer working alone. It's not always you that's the reason why they say no. But we can empathize with that. That maybe it is, and we got to be okay with that. But with the narcissist, no, it's why are you saying no? Why are you saying no to me? You can't say no to me. Why not? I just did. Well, why are you saying no? I don't need to give you a reason. My no is good enough. I don't owe you an explanation. Or you can just say, well, that's for me to know and me to find out. Oops. I'm a crazy for saying no. Crazy for thinking you give a damn. Yeah. I'm crazy for crying. I'm crazy for trying. I'm crazy for loving you. Yeah, I'm channeling. What's her name? You guys can look up the song Crazy. That girl, if you, there is a biography about her. There's a movie about her. Her name's Patsy Cline. And there's a famous actress that plays her in this movie. And Patsy Cline was definitely trauma bonded. All her songs are, you can hear the trauma bonding in them. You can hear, like, she was brutally physically abused by her husband, and her songs reflect that and reflect the love that she has, and she channeled her pain through her voice. She's got a beautiful, wonderful voice. So yeah, so if you guys want to, it's a trigger warning, the movie, but it's a good movie, because back in the day, things like this weren't talked about. People had to deal with this in silence. People had to deal with the pain in silence. It just wasn't talked about. It's like you keep your business to yourself. And yeah, so yeah, so Alexithymia. Am I saying it right? Alexithymia. I subbed and liked. Thank you. That's very nice. We're here 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, oh, you never liked her voice? It's droning? Oh, I like how she can go deep, like deep in her voice, her register. I like that, because I think I sound goofy singing. Hi, what was it? My grade 4 teacher, Mr. Small, he always sang hi, and so we always had to meet him. So if you're happy, and I'm just like, I can't do that. I can't do that, and it would just irritate me so much. That's the only register that they can sing in. And so when I heard Patsy Cline, I'm like, yeah, I can sing that. Absolutely. And then I started listening to the words, and I really resonated, because at the time I discovered her, I was going through a relationship where it wasn't physically abusive, but it was definitely emotionally abusive and emotionally neglectful. And I was just left basically on my own to look after 3 young kids. And he would come home and he would be drunk, and the verbal abuse, the neglect of the kids, the neglect of me, the household, even the financial neglect. It was a really, really, really bad time, and I don't know how I got through it. It was only through God that I got through those times. But Patsy Cline, I listened to her a lot. That and the Everly Brothers, I got through a lot just by singing and just really trying to, they helped me work it out. And then I found God, and I let go of the singers, and I found God and just put my attention into His Word, and God took me the rest of the way. And I'm so thankful that we have God, because looking at the narcissist, they are without God. They can't tune to Him. They can give to Him lip service, but Jesus says these people give me, honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. And that's the narcissist. They give us lip service. And because we think that they're authentic and we accept their lip service because we don't know, They probably think that they can give God lip service and they're saved too. Because they probably think, well, they accepted me, this target, this victim accepted me. So I can say to them, I love Jesus. They're going to accept that. They're going to accept that I love Jesus. So if they accept it, then God's got to accept it too. Well, of course they're going to see God as being human. Jesus came in the flesh, but that's all they see. They don't see that Jesus had the heart of God as Jesus was and is and will always be deity. Jesus was born in the likeness of man. He took on flesh, but he didn't have the heart of man. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 8 says that, it shows everything that a narcissist isn't. The narcissist is full of their ego. God's character isn't. Unconditional love has no ego, and so that's why we can understand that they have no empathy, so that we can tap into our empathy and we can lay down our egos and just be joyful. Rez says, God saved my life. He awakened me from my slumber. Amen. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Dolly Parton's voice is too high. Ugh, yeah, I know, right? Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. I can't even sing that high. My dad, my foster dad, adored Dolly Parton. Maybe because she had big. Men, come on. Stop that. Look at our eyes, So, hi, Reza. Nice to see ya. Yeah. I think God woke us all up. It's like when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane, I really relate. When Jesus goes off to pray, and you just think that it's dark. Like obviously there's no street lights, it's just dark. And they may have the moonlight or the starlight, or maybe they're carrying their candles, their torches, whatever they carry around. And that soft glow of fire, it naturally makes you sleepy. You stare at it for too long, you've got that warmth of the fire on you, and you've got the noise and the hypnotic light. Yeah, it hypnotizes you into sleep. Okay, skedaddle. Bye. We're ending this anyways. I'm just talking. So, have a good day. We'll see you tonight at 10 if you can make it. See you next time. Have a good day. So, in the Garden of Gethsemane, when Jesus went away to pray and he came back and he saw his disciples sleeping, and he wakes them up and he chastises them. And it's like, what? We were sleeping? What happened? And Jesus is like, you're asleep? I was only gone for like half an hour and you're asleep? Like, what's the deal? You can't stay awake? Tomorrow I'm going to be gone. Be with me now. So he goes away a second time and comes back a second time to them and sees them sleeping. Happens 3 times. Oh. This is just coming to me. Maybe you guys know this already, but this is just coming to me. Thank you, Jesus. Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Jesus chastised his sleeping disciples 3 times. Sleeping is a form of denial. And how God wakes us up gets us in tune to our self-awareness. We become self-aware because we're asleep at the wheel even though we're awake. And that's the message of that particular passage in the Garden of Gethsemane. And it's important for us to be self-aware. Understand your ego. Get in touch with it. Feel it. Sense it. And look at your ego. Look at those unwanted feelings and say, you know what? yeah, you have every right to feel what you feel, but you know what? We're just going to love you through this and not judge it, not judge where it's coming from, who did what to whom. We're just not going to judge it. We're just going to, like, yeah, okay, I feel sadness, but I don't have to. I can just choose joy. Jesus is my choice, not the enemy. So I'm going to stay awake with Jesus. I'm going to stay awake and walk in joy no matter what is around me. No matter of the feelings of other people, no matter the situation that I'm in, I'm choosing to stay in joy. I'm choosing to be happy regardless of things falling apart around me. Be joyful that we have Jesus. Because the person who is asleep, they don't have Jesus. And if you don't have Jesus, you're going to suffer in a big way. Suffer from Alexithymia. Alexithymia, there we go. You're going to suffer from the lack of being aware of your emotions. And God will tolerate it for so long. And then he'll just give you over to it and say, fine, you want to ignore it, then these emotions are going to chase you for the rest of your life. And you're not even going to wonder how or why, you're just going to run from them. Because that's what you want. So I'll give you the desires of your heart. You want to ignore your feelings, okay. But your feelings can never ignore you. How's that for eternal fire? Yeah. That's awesome, Rez. We're thankful for what little we have. Amen. Because when God can trust you with little, he'll trust you with much. So that's all the time I've got. It is 12:12. Time to go make some dinner for, later on. And go enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you back here at 10 o'clock if you're willing to hang with me. Bring your questions, bring your comments, bring your joy, and bring your feelings, and let's address them. So thank you. This was a good conversation. Thank you, Janet. It's nice that you found us, and you're always welcome here. For those of you who are just new to this channel, we are here 1 in the afternoon. We are also here at 10 o'clock in the evening. And on Sundays, we are still here at 10 o'clock in the evening, but we are here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon for Bible studies. So tomorrow at 2, we will do a spontaneous Bible study where we just open up the Word and read the Word. Oh, Micah again. Micah. God's plans, man's plans and God's. There's something for you guys to read today. I'm going to bookmark that because I will read that after this video. So enjoy your day. We'll see you back here later on tonight, and have a good one. I love you.